Okay, so on this video you're going to see me pull away. So before I start playing the video, I'm just going to do a very quick piece to camera here and show you that I'm going to do that POM routine we talked about in the when we talked about the essential skills. So I'm going to prepare the car. I'm going to make sure that I've got biting points so it doesn't roll backwards if I'm on a hill, and it doesn't surge forward if I'm on a flat. So I've got to make sure I can feel it. So go and play with that. I'm going to look around. Sometimes I'm going to look at my left shoulder when you see me do this. Sometimes I'm not, because if I've got a big hedge on my left, I'm not going to look at my left shoulder because there's no point. As you can see, I've got a hedge on my left. I can't remember if I looked or not, but I've got a big hedge there. So there's real no need to, but I might have done just for the purpose of practice. And then I'm going to look at my right shoulder, and as my head comes back, the reason I look at my right shoulder between the headrest and door pin is because I do have a junction there. And I will always check that anyway because I can always have someone overtaking me. So I'd always look there, and as my head comes back, the handbrake goes down, my hand goes back on the wheel, then I move off. The reason that time is quite important is you don't want to your head come back, then trying to get the handbrake down, particularly learn and struggle to get the handbrake down. So I've already got the button pressed in. I don't want a time delay basically, because if I have time delay, I'm then going to pull out without looking, because it only takes 5 seconds for it to come out that side road there. So all that timing, that's quite important. So look out for that. Look out when I'm moving away and stopping, that I'm looking my timing. My head comes forward, the handbrake goes down, and away I go, roughly in that order. But I'm trying not to have a time delay. Okay, so let's have a look. Okay, so I've pulled away now. I'm going to go right at the end. So I've done my mirror checks, and I'm now looking to the right, ahead, and left. And now I'm looking right again. I'm going to look right as I pull out. I'm steering, then I'm straightening up, and then I'm changing gear. And this is something you might want to work on, because most people change gear while they're straightening up. Learners probably won't be able to do that, and they get all the middle and the muddle. So straighten up, then change gear, or change gear, then straighten up. If you've got a wide road to go across, I'm going to go left here. So middle and left mirror, pop a left signal on. I'm going to position towards the left, but not too close because I don't want to mount the curb, obviously. And it's quite a busy road, it looks like to me. There's a change of speed limit to 40. So I'm looking around, again, 2 minimums to the right, and then away I go, straighten up, then change gear. Checking the mirror, because I could have someone follow me out, and I'm going to see if they're going to overtake me. Got a bend coming up, so if I had someone overtaking me now, got a bit of a safe area on the left, I'd go into it. I've done that on this bend before. I've had someone go through the middle. So there normally is enough room to stop a major accident if you're aware of it. I've got a junction there, so I'm just being aware of it. I'm checking, I'm scanning either side. It's not particularly busy on this video, but it gives me an opportunity to chat to you, and we'll do other ones where it gets busier. Got a junction on my left, I've got a sign there, so I'm looking for that. Again, I'm just easing off a bit. I might just cover the brake, I might just release the pressure off slightly, just to demonstrate I've seen it. Just any examiner next to me, for example, would know that I've seen that. Big vehicles there, I could have easily had one of those vehicles overtaken, so again I'm ready. Haven't got an escape route, could go onto the footpath if I needed to, but not near the tree. So I'm thinking all these things when I'm driving along. I'm thinking, I'm commentary in my head. You know, what am I going to do if? So I've got 2 signs there, a series of bend signs and a wild animal sign. So that tells me there's at least 2 bends coming up, starting with the right, because that's the way the sign is, because it didn't have, you know, half a mile underneath, which I spoke about before. I've got a lay-by on my left, and I've got one of those 2-arrowed signs. There's only one, so you can see the bends aren't particularly bending. We'll do more videos on bends and how to judge them and stuff. I'm looking at my paint in the road. I'm looking that arrows are coming in, so I could expect someone on the wrong side of the road to be coming in because the arrows are telling them to come in. They shouldn't be there really, should they? But they could be. I'm looking for driveways. I've got a business on my right. It's a nursery. I can see the signs advertising it. Certainly could be having deliveries at this time in the morning, so I'm just scanning my mirror again. You can't really see that, but I am. Not deliberately doing one of these, you don't need to do that on your test. So it's a 40 limit, it used to be a national, so I'm certainly checking my mirror, so you can see now I've got a car behind me, because most people still want to do national. And when it's open and wide like this is, you have to really take note of your speedo and really be watching your speedo. So it's so easy to speed without realising it, and you have to do what I call deliberately not speed, because there's nothing really there to make me want to slow down. There's not lots going on, there's not lots of parked cars. I'm not getting those inputs into my brain to sort of think that I have to go really slowly. So I'm just having to really fight that urge to want to go faster, and that's something you're going to have to work on. So I've got to change the speed limit up here to 30. So I'm going to be checking the mirror and easing off. You probably can't see the sign yet, but it's there, and I'm easing off. I'm aiming to get to the 30 sign by 30 without using the brake. I've got someone behind, so I probably just touched the brake slightly just to warn him, just to activate the brake lights, to warn him I'm slowing down. Otherwise, he may not expect me to slow down. So now I'm on a 30. This used to be a 40. So now I'm fighting again. So I can't remember if I did it or not, but I quite often drop down to third gear in these situations to hold me back, and that will be fine. Not particularly eco-friendly, but my car is quite happy actually, and it works quite well. It just helps me hold back. Particularly if I was going downhill, I'd definitely do it. Here I might just scan the speedo quite a few times, but I don't want to be overdoing the speedo because I want to be seeing people coming out these driveways. I've got a garage there where there's a car wash in place, so I'm looking to see people coming out of there and all that type of thing. People going to get their morning papers. Quite quiet here, but I've deliberately done this. I've got time to yabber to you. There's a lot going on. So here, like, I'm easing off. I can see it's probably not going to come out because he's got oncoming traffic. If he didn't have oncoming traffic, I'd be a bit worried about him coming out. So I'm just going to pause this here, and then we'll start another video coming up to the round.